This is a numerical on Coulomb's theory. A retaining wall is battered away from the field from bottom to top at an angle of 15 degrees with the vertical. Height of the wall is 6 meters. The field slopes upwards at an angle of 15 degree away from the crest of the wall. The friction angle is 30 degree and the wall friction angle is 15 degrees. Using Coulomb's wedge theory, determine the total active thrust on the wall per meter length. Assume gamma as 20 kilonewton per cubic meter. The information which is given in this numerical is this retaining wall has battered surface. That means retaining surface is inclined. Its inclination is 15 degree with the vertical. Height of the wall is 6 meters. That slope is at an inclination of 15 degree with the horizontal. The friction angle for the soil is 30 degrees and friction between wall and the backfield is 15 degree. That means this is the angle of friction for wall and soil. We have to use Coulomb's wedge theory to find out total active thrust, means capital PA. Its unit will be kilonewton per meter length of the wall. Unit weight of the soil is given 20 kilonewton per cubic meter. Let us try to put this information in the form of diagram. This is a diagram. This is the retaining wall and this is the retaining surface. This retaining surface is inclined at 15 degree with the vertical. So this theta angle is 15 degree. So this is 15 degree angle. This will also be 15 degree. Alright. This angle is going to be alpha. This alpha will be 90 minus theta. Means if we draw or extend this line further, it will be a right angle triangle. So if this is 15 degree, this is going to be 90 minus 15 degree, that is 75. So alpha will be 75 degree. Now this is the inclined surface, ground surface of the backfield, which is inclined at angle I. Its inclination is given 15 degree. Let us write down the data which is given. So here data is H is 6 meter, gamma is 20 kilonewton per cubic meter, angle of internal friction phi is 30 degrees, angle of wall friction with the soil, that is delta, is 15 degrees, slope angle I, it is given 15 degrees. Alright, thereafter this angle theta is given. Theta is 15 degrees. Therefore, angle alpha is going to be 75 degrees. That is 90 minus 15. Alright, what do we want to find out? We want to find out active thrust on the wall. It will be in kilonewton per meter. Okay, let us begin with the solution. We want to find out total active thrust on the wall, which is determined as capital PA equal to half gamma H square multiplied by Ka. What is Ka? K is coefficient of active earth pressure. As we are going to use Coulomb's wedge theory, we have to substitute the expression for Ka here. Its expression is K equals to sine square alpha plus phi divided by sine square alpha multiplied by sine alpha minus delta multiplied by quantity in square bracket 1 plus under root sine phi plus delta multiplied by sine phi minus I divided by sine alpha minus delta multiplied by sine alpha plus I. Square bracket complete and square of this quantity. Okay, let us put the values and get the answer for Ke. Thus, the values are K equals to sine square 75 plus 30, that is alpha plus phi. What is alpha? Alpha is this angle made by this inclined face or battered face with the horizontal. It is 75 divided by sine square alpha, again 75 multiplied by sine alpha minus delta, hence 75 minus 15. What is delta? Delta is angle of wall friction. This is 1 plus under root sine phi plus delta. Phi is 30 degree and delta is 15 degree, multiplied by sine phi minus I. Phi is 30 degree and I, that is slope angle, is 15 degree. This is the surcharge angle. Okay, completely divided by sine alpha minus delta, that is 75 minus 15, multiplied by sine alpha plus I, that is 75 plus 15. To this square bracket, we have to square the answer. Okay, let us solve this and get the value of Ke. Thus, in the numerator, we will be getting 0.933, that is square of this quantity, divided by sine square 75 is 0.933. Sine 75 minus 15 means sine 60, it is 0.866. 1 plus under root. Sine 30 plus 15 means sine 45, it is 0.707. Sine 30 minus 15 means sine 15, 0.259. Sine 75 minus 15, again sine 60, so 0.866. Sine 75 plus 15 means sine 90, it is 1, and square of this quantity. From this, we will be getting final value of Ka. Thus, Ka is 0.542. So, this is the coefficient of active earth pressure by Coulomb's wedge theory. Now, the next procedure is very simple. We want to find out Pa, which is half gamma, which is given 20, h square, that is height of the wall 6 square, multiplied by this Ka 0.542. So this will give us 195 kilonewton per meter. Thus, Pa is further written as 195 kilonewton per meter run of the wall acting at h by 3, that is 2-meter height from the base of the wall. Okay, this is the answer.